So I did change my back rim around a tad bit, and I just wanted to show you because it just makes a huge difference. Like, just moving a couple things over a little bit makes the biggest difference, and it makes the room look a lot bigger. I did it because the heat register here, it was covered previously by the table, and thus it was keeping this room really cold. So let me show you. You walk in here. I moved this here because this, as we get closer to the winter solstice, the sun starts to set in this window. Thus, it was heating up these. The sun was hitting these herbs, and that's not good. So I had to move that. And you can see, I kind of just shuffled everything around over here. I took that table out and I put it out here. I showed you guys that, I think. And then I just moved, I moved that big brown bench that was in here out because it was only holding a couple things and it was just taking up more room than it was being useful, you know? It was holding that and a couple other random things that didn't need to be there. So what I did was I took it out. I moved this thing, it was over here. I moved it to right there. I scooted that table over there, obviously. And I put everything, so under here is like a bunch of things for crafts. So we have like the homemade clay, we've got beads, we've got dried flowers. These are all ribbon scraps in that box. These are all herbs that I still have to put away. These are sticks and shells and barks that I've gathered that I am going to use in artwork. My bead caddy. We've got some, what is that called? Foam board. We've got sewing supplies. These are all just art supplies back in here. This is a new art supply that I got recently. It's a bead spinner. It does take some, there is a learning curve with this, and I did make a huge mess, but I think if you use the right type of beads, you'll be okay. Like, as long as my mistake was putting these in here. These like turquoise beads, and some of them don't have like fully drilled holes, and so I'll show you guys how to use that if you want me to. It comes with this needle here, this really long needle, but it's really great because you can make super long strands of beads and you don't have to sit there and string each single bead on, because it will take, like, if I did this with this piece right here, this is like 4 foot long. This took me 10 minutes to make, if that, with that bead spinner. And if I sat there and did this by hand, it would have took me hours, if not a full day. But I'm going to start making a beaded curtain for this doorway here. So that's the start of that. But yeah, oh, let me fix that. And then you could see here, I moved a few things out of here. I moved the lamp. And I pushed the table over. Doesn't it just make the room look bigger? It's crazy how much bigger the room looks with just that one table moved out of here and things kind of moved around. I like to move my table back over here in the winter time because the sun, just the way the sun is setting and everything, most of the light comes in through this window in the winter. So I like to be close to it. Let me show you guys this, what I'm making. This is like a staff. This is one of those moon lights, like it's a lamp. You can plug it in and it lights up. But has stopped. I've had it for a really long time, and it's stopped holding a charge that good. So I painted it, and I put it in this piece of cedar that I found and sanded. This is the one with the natural eye in it. And I sewed this piece of leather and this ribbon on. And it's got this jewel down here, and it's got some bells. I don't know, I just think it's really beautiful. But I'm going to continue to decorate it. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And I've got this big ol' dream catcher here waiting for me to finish it. I have figured out what I'm going to do and how to solve my problem of finding things big enough for this is I'm going to take, so this is a, what is it called? A grapevine. This is a grapevine I pulled off the walnut tree last year. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these really small, or they're kind of small, kind of big, but they're perfect size. They're like perfect scale for that. These are wisteria wreaths that I've made with the cuttings of my wisteria. I love to make these little wisteria wreaths. I've got them all over the freaking house because I make them all the time. But see, this is like perfect scale to like do like a small dream catcher or something to put here at the base. You see? See, the scale is like kind of perfect. And then I can take two smaller ones for the outer part. So yeah, that's exciting. I don't know if I showed you guys this piece of art that I did. These are all of the lighters that I've been keeping. They're all dead. Just ones that I've used. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys like how different it's looking in here, how much bigger it looks, how much more room there is, which when I clear my workspace, I clear my mind. There's a huge, like, don't underestimate the power of cleaning a space. Moving things out, rearranging, getting rid of things that no longer align with who you are. I recently also just got rid of a ton of stuff, donated it. I donate to the local thrift store that is run by senior citizens. It's like run by a woman's senior place. And so all of it goes to those seniors, but also they sell things for cheap. They're not like a Goodwill or a Salvation Army where they rack up prices, where it's like people who are shopping at thrift stores already don't have a lot of money. So if you're like racking things up to where they can't buy it, then that's awful. You should be ashamed of yourself, Goodwill. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I've got to sew one more curtain. So yeah, I love you all, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.